Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We finally had Humza Yousaf admitting and confirming that the SNP auditors responsible for their financial accounts actually did resign 6 months ago, back in October. How? See? I told you guys a few days ago when we were talking about the auditors responsible for the SNP's accounts, when they announced that they resigned, they basically left their responsibility. We did say we are hearing from our sources that apparently they did leave their post in October, and everybody was talking about it. The SNP HQ were denying it or were completely silent on the issue. Now we have Humza Yousaf. I'm not really sure what he's actually thinking here. He's come out to say, yeah, they actually did leave in October, so 6 months ago, and we are struggling right now, even when it comes to finding new auditors. It's because nobody wants to touch you right now. You're a bit dirty as a party, and it's absolutely chaotic what's going on right now in Scotland. It is brilliant how the mainstream media's focus is mostly on the gossip part of their politics in general. They're not really talking about the technicalities, the actual real issues affecting Scottish politics in general. So when he was talking about this issue, Humza Yousaf said, the fact that we don't have auditors in place is one of the major priorities. As you can imagine, when I found out that the whole thing, being party leader, the party is quickly looking to secure another auditor. Well, put to him that this was quite extraordinary. He said, well, I don't disagree with the premise of your question. But that's clearly why I asked the NEC, the National Executive of the SNP, to do a review around governance and transparency. Oh, he's now in favor of transparency. Now, asked why they resigned, Humza Yousaf said, I don't think we can release that information. I can see with Johnson Carmichael, the firm, if we're able to do so. But my job as leader of the SNP is to make sure we get auditors in place as soon as we possibly can. Again, it's most of the time, smoke without fire, or actually, it's a real smoking gun. They're not really helping their own situation, because even if it's just an innocent situation, the fact that it says, well, we can't really release that information, you make it sound even more dodgy. So it is either dodgy again, as usual, or it could just be for a different reason, which is unlikely, obviously. But the fact that he says that, it just makes it even more suspicious. It just makes no sense. The guy is not built to be a leader. The man is not even built to be a proper politician, let alone a party leader or First Minister of Scotland. When will people wake up in the SNP? Don't know, because we're still waiting to see if they're going to rerun the election, because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to enjoy it. I've already bought so many popcorns, packets and everything else to get ready for a potential rerun of the SNP leadership election. Anyway, now the new First Minister admitted, obviously, the whole thing is problematic. Now, the Scottish Labour's deputy leader, Jackie Baillie, we talk about it all the time, said that the revelation stings to high heaven, adding that it is deeply worrying if they have been unable to replace the auditors in all this time. It is time for the secrecy to end. How can you go 6 months without having auditors? How can you, it shouldn't be possible. If your auditors leave in October, you replace them. I'm sure you're going to find some sort of accounting firm to do it. I'm sure you're going to have someone as dodgy as you to do it. Unless you don't want to find one. I don't really know. I mean, considering that they haven't been actually admitting that this was the case until now, it doesn't really look good on Nicola Sturgeon, and especially Peter Murrell, who was the boss. He was the chief executive of the party. Now, I want to know your thoughts or your new theories. We always try to come up with theories that every now and then, especially when it comes to Scottish politics, our so-called conspiracy theories become reality. So give me your best ones. What do you think of this situation? Do you think this was intentional? Do you think that they hid the information on purpose? They had no appetite to find a new auditor unless they were forced to eventually at some point? They probably thought, yeah, let's just wait until we get some sort of notice from the authorities. Or do you think there could be something else? Do you think that Johnson Carmichael as a firm knew too much and they might come out and become the new whistleblowers maybe? Let me know your thoughts. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.